We go live even earlier. We go live earlier and earlier. It's 20.
Well, that's because I'm tired of you guys being funny before the show starts.
This is the Blue Plate special of.
I'm tired of that too. I'm tired of us being funny.
Yeah, we could only be funny during the show.
Right.
Yeah.
I decided it's time to go live because you guys are talking about Slinkies and other reject toys that used to be rejects. And
Well, so the original conversation was companies that take scraps and turn them into new. So Brian showed us his extra roasted Cheez-Its.
No, extra toasty.
Extra toasty. Now I'm laughing at it because it's like, those were burnt and they were about to throw them away, and they went, "Let's sell these to the people."
They're so fat, they'll eat anything. They'll eat the burnt ones. No, they won't.
Yes, they will.
Okay, for sound check, everybody, ring in the comment section if you enjoy extra toasty Cheez-Its.
The thing about extra toasty Cheez-Its is, as Brian will now attest, after you have them, you can't eat regular Cheez-Its anymore. They just
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is it more intense flavor?
It's well, I'll show you. I'll show you what they look like. You will be amazed, and you will be converted as well. You just
They're not just brown instead of yellow.
Don't ruin the reveal.
They're not burnt. They're extra toasty.
I'm sure this is exactly the way the board meeting went.
We don't have those in Canada. That's what Rachel says. No surprise. No surprise, Rachel. You guys don't have anything in Canada.
With a blotter and a hearse. Gosh, I thought that for a second it faked me out. I'm like, did we have the lyrics? No, we don't.
So we were talking about extra toasty Cheetos and how they were probably a mistake, or Cheez-Its, and how they were extra toasty, probably a mistake at the beginning. And then they turned into something that they sold. And I was explaining that Slinkies were actually a scrap when they first started out. They were in a factory, and the guy that worked at that factory would take these scraps home to his kids. And Juwan said they probably sliced off their fingers and their faces.
Yeah.
Also, a little known fact about the original Slinkies were also a tasty treat.
They were extra toasty.
They were extra toasty and tasty. So,
if you haven't had extra toasty Slinkies, then they're delicious, and you can't play with regular Slinkies after that.
That's right.
That's the American way, though.
And now you're caught up. Now everybody knows what we were talking about backstage before the show.
I'm so glad we went live.
Maybe less commonly known is the fact that they took wood shavings and made it into the McRib. That was very successful. Scrap.
And cotton candy is nothing but addict's insulation.
Insulation. A lot of sugar.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I guess maybe the lesson is that you put enough sugar on something and we'll eat it.
Yeah.
And those what are those popcorn squares or whatever, the little
Rice Krispie treats?
Yeah, the Rice Krispie things, those little rice square things are basically just packing material, the packing peanuts.
With caulk. And then you just coat it in sugar.
Yep.
Not only will we eat it, we'll demand it at like family gathering. Where's the Rice Krispie treats? Where's the cotton candy?
Or the what are the rice cakes? Yeah, rice cakes.
Rice cakes.
Also, yeah,
that is packing material. Yeah.
Yes, you can. That's how I ship all my Christmas gifts. So they're safe, and then you can eat them afterwards. So there's no leftover.
Do you send the fruit cake that nobody eats in the packing material?
Yes.
In the rice cakes, it's surrounded by rice cake.
Right. I don't think that rice cakes should even be allowed to have the word cake in their name.
Can you hear that?
Yeah,
you can hear it. So seriously, why do they have fruitcake? If everybody hates fruitcake, why do they still make it?
You know what's funny? I don't think they pack fruitcakes in anything though. I think they just come to you wrapped in plastic. There's any protective. There's no protection. I don't need protection.
They're like perfect to throw away.
Take a seat, gonna grab a snack, gonna kill a room, gonna talk some smack. Cutting it down like a lumberjack, come take a ride in my Cadillac.
There's a lot going on in this song, you guys.
You know it.
Trees, riding cars.
Here we go. Are you ready for the show?
That is typical John Thomas. He's complicated.
A ton of stuff going on. I'd say kudos to the lower third stuff going on. I didn't know if you guys saw the upgrade. That's great.
Isn't that great?
All right. I'm
Lady
going
Smithers.
backstage.
Mr. Smithers in the
Have a good
crowd.
show.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, producer. Whoever you are.
He's going away.
She's going backstage.
It's on autopilot now. There's
She's
nothing,
going backstage there.
nothing can go wrong.
Nothing. We are in great hands. We have. We're getting, there. You go.
There they are.
Extra toasty. Those
I feel
are
like
they're
this-
enlarged to show texture.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be one of those things where you're like, if you're cool enough, you'll eat extra toasty Cheez-Its.
They're
Like,
so
right.
good. They're so
They
much
are.
better.
They really are good. In fact,
You know when you make a grilled cheese sandwich, Juwan, and some of the cheese kind of melts out from under the bread and goes down on the skillet and burns,
Now I do like that cheese.
and how it's so good.
Yeah.
They're not as good as that, but they do taste like that, and they're not burnt. They're
Yeah.
extra toasty. It says that right on the box.
What does it do to the cheese flavor? Is it just a nice
It
roasted-
enhances it.
yeah, it's like a smoky. It's a nice smoky, like a
Oh,
smoke.
like a Gouda?
Yeah, like Gouda.
You got a Gouda? A Gouda Cheez-It?
What are you talking about?
They won't even
No.
tell you what cheese it's supposed to taste like. It's just cheese. It's Cheez-It. Well, what
Right.
kind? Is it American or cheddar? No, it's cheese.
It's just cheese.
Cheese provolone or? That's
It's
fine.
not even cheese. It's CHEEZ.
Oh, is that how they skirt the lawsuits?
Yeah. So
Although-
it's like,
Cheese.
where do you see the word cheese on there? It's not there.
It's like
Oh.
made with 100% real cheese.
But what kind?
It's true.
And then on the back, it gets a little political. Real cheese matters.
Yeah, it's-
Just, I know we try to stay away from controversy here.
Come on, Brian. Why'd you have to go there,
I
man?
just, that's
just donate to keep real cheese. Real cheese.
It's a little misleading because it says made with 100% real cheese, but there's other stuff in there. It's not just 100% cheese.
it's true. It's
The
almost
cheese
like
that's in there is 100% cheese.
Right.
I could almost read the ingredients off of this package, and then you guys could guess when. No,
Here we
When
go.
would-
It's already starting. Here we go.
No.
well, there goes one of my New Year's resolutions.
Okay.
I wasn't going to bring up when would you eat this, but
Oh, you're gonna not. And then you
yeah.
just-
Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to Skews.
Hello.
Hello.
We're 20 minutes into the show. I'm John. There's Juwan DeVivo, our good friend Brian April, back in San Diego now. I'm a little sad. There's the wink that he promised.
Yeah, I think he was at your house for a whole 2 hours.
Yeah, he was. Brian is insane. You know what he did last week, you guys? After we were done with Skews, we shut off the camera, and then we turned the camera back on, and we did a couple of episodes of reaction videos. So me and Brian are reacting to comedy videos and commenting on them, and those are going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks. Then after we did that, Brian got in his car and drove to where? Where'd you go? Like to Nashville or something?
Nashville. Yeah.
He drove to Nashville that night in the middle of the night. He got in his car in the middle of the night and just drove to Nashville
Crazy.
because
That's what you do.
that's what he does. So
Because there's something seriously wrong with me. Absolutely.
all right. Well, so there's something seriously wrong, but your background looks like my current outdoors. Well, that's what I wanted to talk about. This is officially the alpha test episode because it's 2021. It's a brand new year. We don't know that all of the things that worked last year are going to continue to work this year. so we have to test them out. I don't trust 2021. I know that there are a lot of people who think that a new year means a clean slate. It means that everything is going to be, it means you're going to start out, it's assumed you're going to start out and everything is going to be better than it was the prior year. You know, and I don't know if you guys have got friends that were saying things like, oh, I can't wait for 2020 to be over and 2021 to get here because then everything's going to be better. So here's what happened. 2021, January 1st, 2021, we had an ice storm. So we went from, hey, it's January, it's goodbye to 2020, hello to 2021. First day of 2021, ice storm. And so my wife went out to feed the chickens. As some of you know, we have chickens that are near our house. And so my wife said one of the funniest things that I've heard in a long time. She said to me, I had to salt my way to the chickens today. And the idea of salting my way to when somebody says I had to salt my way to the chickens, it's just a funny thing to say. Then she said, and then the chickens were falling down on the ice. And I said, what? And she goes, yeah, I opened the door to the coop and the chickens came running out and they hit the ice and their legs came out from under them and they were sliding on their butts, across the ice. Now that is a metaphor for 2021. As far as for the rest of the year, it's going to be chickens sliding on the ice for me.
That's a good title for it. Welcome to 2021. Chickens sliding on the ice.
Right.
I just heard the drum roll, like while their legs are going, they're trying to catch their balance.
That's actually going to be the new Disney on Ice production. It's going to be chickens on ice.
Throw a flock out there.
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing that even made it more perfect was the fact that she didn't get it on video. I said, you took a video, didn't you? She goes, no, I was afraid I was going to fall down, so I couldn't hold my phone and it's like, well, that figures too. This is probably the best thing that's going to happen in 2021, and we don't have any video of it. So
no, but we have
chicken sliders.
That was good.
That was good, Sherry. All right, so this is the test episode. While we thanks the alpha test episode, the computer people, when they're writing code, they'll put out a series of tests. They have an alpha test and a beta test. The alpha test is the first one, and that's where you work out all the bugs. And so we're finding out together if SKUs is going to work. Maybe the stuff that we did last year won't work.
Yeah.
At the same time, maybe some stuff that didn't work last year will work great this year. So we may do one when we eat that.
Was it any of it working at all? At any point, we don't even know. That's the great thing about not having a crowd, right? Not having an audience. Just like, damn it.
Yeah, we think we're killing.
We think they're laughing.
Yeah, trust us, they're laughing their butts off, and everyone's just sitting at home. All right, so I have some affirm or deny that I want to ask you guys about as we go into this. All right, first affirm or deny, and this is for those of you in the at-home audience as well. The ball drop in Times Square this year. Did you guys see the ball drop this year? In Times Square?
New York.
Yeah,
it was weird.
What was weird?
Well, for one thing, from one angle, it looked like nobody was on the street.
Right.
And then from another angle, they had people in square barricades. Like you had four little bicycle rack barricades, and there'd be like 3 people inside of it. So there was like those were peppered all over. That was great. That was awesome.
Yeah, there was. And normally, in New Year's Eve at Times Square, it's just packed with people. It's like a carpeting of humanity. Yeah. And this year it was weird because nobody was there. So, affirm or deny, the ball drop in Times Square was less exciting than the pitcher drop on last week's episode. Starving Comics.
Yeah, that's definitely affirm. Last week we nailed it. Though we shouldn't have done it because it made it less exciting.
Exactly.
When we did the picture drop, it was like that was fantastic, and then New Year's Eve came around and everybody watched, and then this isn't nearly as much as a creamer pitcher. He's slowly
a ceramic creamer slowly descending.
Yeah,
and us
that's okay.
counting down out of order, like we were totally not synced. So it's like, so we're like 10, and then Juwan goes 10, 9,
I was
9.
Yeah, I was affirming that. When you said 10, I'm like, yes, that is correct. That was a 10.
Kind
So
of
we
like
did a
Just here to support
when
you
you're
guys.
in grade school and you do like row, row, row your boat, and then one person does row, row,
Counting
row your
around.
boat,
Yeah.
and then the next person starts in again. I forget what that's called, but
It's
Round.
round. That's what we were
Go
doing.
around. Yeah.
around, yeah. So that's what we did, the countdown and the round.
Yeah. Count. Yeah. We should do that at football games. The refs will be like, what is going on? Super Bowl, people going 10, 10.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Affirm or deny. $600 doesn't actually stimulate anyone. Affirm or deny.
That's a denial. I mean, the guys at my oil change place, they get pretty excited when I give them a 20. So I figured changing my oil.
Okay.
I don't know where you're going with that, but yeah, when they change my oil, they're happy with that.
So it's mixed. Rachel affirms.
Yeah.
Molly affirms. Okay. Got a few people. Kara denies.
Go a long way with $600.
Kara's deny. My mom affirms.
You know how much ramen they get you?
Yeah.
6,000 packages of ramen. I think it's like, no, 600,000. I bet
Yeah,
you.
it's about 8 months worth. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
600,000 is only 8 months.
Brian can affirm. I wonder how many toasty Cheetos or Cheez-Its you could buy with $600.
You could dive into them, that's for sure. You could
You
like
could
have
get
a
'em.
little
Yeah.
kiddie swimming pool, do like a Scrooge McDuck into it. Yeah.
Yes. I don't know if I can fit in there, but we'll try.
Yeah, see, video
That's a
games.
stimulating new video game. Okay, so $600. You can buy 6 bags of Cocoa Puffs with that.
Ooh,
This is coming from the Canadian who
Yeah.
doesn't have access to Cocoa Puffs.
That's Amazon Cocoa Puffs.
And 6 bags of Cocoa Puffs too.
Yeah.
Or
That's a
do they have that generic stuff like puffed cocoa, right? With the cheesy names, the like puffed cocoa.
Chocolate
Cocoa
pom pom.
rounds.
Yeah. Chocolate puffs.
Pom pom. Pom pom.
Powdered pom poms. I've never.
Chocolate. I'm saying chocolate. But yeah. See
Okay. All right. Now the next one, there's a video that goes with it. So our producer's going to bring up that video.
What's
She's
your
not ready
affirmative
for it.
video, or are you asking a question
It's
afterwards?
the one you played with the music earlier. Choco balls. Yeah, we could think up all sorts of generic names for cereal. All right, so this one is before I ask you the next affirm or deny, you have to see this video. This is
I saw this.
This is fantastic. Have you seen this?
Yep. Supposed to be an ostrich.
Yeah, it's
Whoa.
another robot. So Boston
Where'd Brian go?
Dynamics put their robots program their robots to dance. And so that my affirm or deny question is, somebody already alluded to it. Affirm or deny, robots now dance better than most people.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Affirm. Yeah, absolutely affirm.
They have balance. They have those gyros in there to keep them balanced,
Mm-hmm.
and you can program it in there.
Mhm.
It's just that somebody else said though that the robots will be dancing while they take us out. And
Yeah, can we stop with the advanced robots? Have they not seen Terminator or Terminator 2 or any of the other countless documentaries, future documentaries going
You
on?
think, is that how it got? I've seen the Terminator series, and I don't remember it starting with dancing robots. I don't remember the progression being
That's the director's
dance.
cut. That was the director's cut. You have to see that version. That's the different one. They come down and they start
Schwarzenegger.
yeah.
I can mash potato. I can
Yeah.
do the twist.
Do the twist. Do the twist.
Oh my! The part that got me though, because the little dog ones are kind of cool, but then his head pops up like a snake.
Yeah.
It's holding one spot. I was like, oh, that's too much.
Yeah.
I can't. I was almost into it, and then the snake head dog comes out. I can't handle that.
And that's when they lost you on.
I'm out.
Okay. All right. So the next one, affirm or deny, even though robots do it better, people should still dance sometimes. Affirm or deny.
Ooh, that's a case by case basis.
Or should we just stop? Should we just
Well, there
never
are
dance
people-
anymore because we have machines to do it?
Well, I'm just saying there are people who legally should not be allowed to dance, and then there are other people that it's totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I shouldn't be allowed.
But you are, right?
I'll do it in my own home.
Which is all he's allowed per the state of Georgia.
Yeah. Georgia, open carry and Juwan can dance in public. Those are the two laws you need to know in Georgia.
Well, but if you could get a machine to dance for you, would you?
If I could if I could tie my arms and legs to those robots, I would do that. Yeah, you're just kind of like, man, he's good. And I'm just like, just relaxing, letting the robots take over. That I would do.
So we've got
So
a
is
few
that
people who
affirm?
are. Well, you've got to, yeah. But
I say
robot assisted
deny.
dancing, does that still count as dancing?
I say
assisted-
deny because I always see like those musicals where people just break out into dance at like a grocery store, and I'm still waiting for that, and I don't want to lose that ability to see
You
that.
want to be ready. Yeah. Like if
Yeah.
the robots are doing it, then if it happens at the grocery store, you're like, oh no. I thought the
But I
robots
know
were
this
doing this
song.
now. Dang it. Macarena came on at the grocery store and I wasn't ready.
Dang it, I left my dancing machine at home.
Well, we'll all be wearing exosuits by that time. So you just press the little button on your forearm there, the dance program.
You have an app on your phone. Yeah.
Yeah. You go.
And an implant in your head. You know what would have been hilarious? To have one of those robots do the robot.
Oh, see, they missed their chance.
Yeah.
Those nerds at Boston Dynamics, what do they know?
I don't know anything.
They need a comedian on staff, John.
A robot that danced. The whole robot that danced like a person. That's nothing funny about that.
It's like a robot.
All right, I got two more. Now,
Okay.
these are not related at all to the first ones. That's the beauty of not necessarily having a theme, is I can write affirmative
January.
questions on
Go
anything
anywhere.
I want. Yeah.
Alpha test.
All right. It is weird. Affirm or deny. It is weird to eat butter as a snack.
What?
I'm asking this question. I'm asking this question because I know a person who gives their kid like a stick of butter to eat.
I
So
thought
the
that was
kid,
an
like-
internet challenge. I didn't know people did that.
Yeah.
No,
Well, I
I'm
was like,
assuming that if I know a person who said, "Oh yeah, butter's good," and we all agree that butter's good, right?
Butter is definitely good.
So why can't you eat it as a snack? Why would it be weird to eat butter, to just grab a stick of butter or half a stick of butter?
I think it's a bit much.
eat
It's okay. Stick of butter is okay as like a side dish for supper, but like a snack, a snack is just too much. A snack is like crackers and stuff.
Now,
a whole stick. Sydney wants me to qualify a whole stick. No, I mean just a half a stick, or real butter or margarine. It's butter. It's butter. Yeah, eating a stick of margarine would be
is it
disgusting.
real butter or is it? I can't believe it's not butter, because that
Hmm.
should not be.
But
given
if you
to any-
can't tell the difference,
Huh.
yeah, put
if
up.
you can't tell the
with
difference
basically.
between real butter and I can't believe it's not butter, then you've never had butter. That's all.
They sell. People are pointing it out, and they put up. They sell fried butter at the state fair. Deep fried butter.
That's true.
And
That is
so
true.
that's literally fat that they've boiled in fat. And people go, well, it's
Go on.
fair, so they sell it at the fair. So why? So and most people affirm, nobody denied it. Nobody said that it's not weird to eat butter as a snack, which is interesting because butter is a dairy product, right? And if I had said it's weird to take a can of whipped cream and just spray it into your mouth, you guys would have all denied that, right?
Okay, somebody's calling shenanigans on you knowing somebody who eats butter as a snack.
That's a comic fib. She doesn't know my life.
Okay, look, here's what I'm going to say. If you eat it, like if you just peel it back like a banana, and you're just kind of chomping it off, that's one thing. That's not good. You got a problem. You have to have. There's a deep rooted problem that you have to seek out. Childhood trauma or something. But if you slice them off like little chips,
Right.
eating little, those little pats that come with the paper
Right.
together, just eating those a little bit. I'm
Right.
okay with that.
So it's a matter
As
of
a
the
snack.
quantity,
How it's prepared.
the amount of butter and the way that it's sliced. Is that what you're saying?
Always peel it first. I mean, if you
Now,
want to take
this
it down,
might be.
paper is paper.
This is a fact that I know, or I either just made up. But when people are climbing Mount Everest, I believe they eat butter to help get their calories up because of their body is, needing that fuel. Is that again? I think I made that up, or I may have heard it. One of the
I may or may not have made this up.
It's like
Well-
you're getting up there and it's -40. I don't know if you can even chomp through the butter.
Look. Now, I don't want anybody to go away from this show thinking that I am suggesting that it's okay to just eat a stick of butter. All I'm saying is it's interesting to me that butter, to just eat that, everyone would go, "Ooh, you're eating butter." But we put butter on all sorts of things, and we eat other dairy products. We eat whipped cream, for example, which is just a scooch away from butter itself. I mean, it's the same basic, it's the same stuff.
You got a little bit of.
It's like dairy fat that's just
Ooh.
been processed differently.
That's a whole nother. We have whipped cream is gross right there.
Whipped cream is gross. Who thinks whipped cream is gross?
I don't know. Maybe
So
it's
what you're
just
saying, John, is you shouldn't just eat butter, but put it on like a Ritz cracker, and then it's okay to eat a stick.
yeah.
I'm not saying anything. I'm asking
Put a
you.
Ritz cracker on
What's your-
each end.
Yeah, just
You have like a
sandwich
yeah.
a stick of butter between two Ritz crackers.
yeah, then you got it. That's
And
what
then,
you got.
and then how would you eat that? Like from the center out, or
Oh.
Well, it's kind of like
Somebody's
an
saying we
Oreo.
should do it on the
It's kind of
show.
like an Oreo. You choose how you eat the Oreo. Do you twist it off? Do you eat it
Ooh.
whole? Just cream. So it's
With
kind
milk?
of it's kind of like a butter Oreo.
Dip some butter
you
in
know
milk.
what that whipped cream is? You know what that cream is in Oreos?
No.
Delicious.
But you know what it's made of? It's just shortening. It's just shortening and sugar.
Oh,
So it's
you
not even-
changed
it's
my
not even
life,
butter.
John Branyan. I've always
It's not even
wanted
butter.
like a jar full of that stuff. So all you got to do is just mix it together until it's
Yeah, it's
taste, sugar shortening to taste.
sugar shortening the taste.
We're not quite there
know.
yet. We're not there yet. Get the bag.
Yeah.
Get up that. Oh, you've changed my life. This
It's
may be
shortening.
this may be my next YouTube video.
That's what
You
most
make it-
frosting is too. A lot of frosting is just shortening that they add a ton of sugar to,
What
and
is
butter.
shortening? Is shortening animal fat too? What is shortening?
It's some sort of polymer. I think it's what they make Slinkies out of.
Plastic ones.
All right, I got one more affirm or deny, and this is sort of related because it has to do with snacking on things that I've heard other people eat. It's weird, affirm or deny, to eat mustard right out of those little packets.
Oh, affirmed. Absolutely affirmed. That's just
It's like to open up a little packet and just suck the mustard out.
Yeah, that's an alien activity.
Yeah, that's
Right there. There's a show I used to watch called Fringe, and there was the alien guys would unscrew the top on the pepper and put it on roast beef, and then they would take a packet of mustard and just suck it down. So they were weird. Actually, I don't want to give any spoilers. They're alien guys. Eating mustard packets by themselves is alien activity.
yes.
Call your local representative and or NASA.
Okay, so we're getting a lot of affirms, but not 100%. You have to be really, really hungry to eat mustard. But see, Jeff Spiller says deny for the same as Arby's horsey sauce. They're great by themselves. By themselves.
See, we haven't even figured out what horsey sauce
Affirm
is in
does not mean.
Yeah, it's weird.
Dakota goes ahead and does it, even though he knows everybody's side-eyeing him while he does it.
I'm not ashamed, but I get it. It's weird, but I'm still doing it.
It's weird. I'm still doing it. I would do that before eating a stick of butter. Right. And that's my point. My point is why, because I would agree that if I saw somebody sucking mustard out of a packet, particularly if they had, they lined up the packets like shots on the bar and they were just knocking the packet one after the other and it was mustard, then I would be like, man, that's odd. But then I thought about it and I went, but why is that odd? Because we put mustard on stuff for the taste of the mustard. So why not? Why not just
eat it?
eat it?
Would it make a difference if it was instead of the packet, if it was just like the little bottle and you had the little squeeze on it?
Yeah,
like you were doing whipped cream.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I had like a guy in a tux scooping out the Dijon with a knife.
But don't do mayonnaise because that's disgusting. If you especially if you go on stage, do not take a jar of mayonnaise and take a spoon and eat the mayonnaise while you're on stage trying to make people laugh.
Qualifier. Don't do that on Brian April's stage because he will not tolerate it.
That's
you
right.
Might be able to get away with it in other comedy clubs. Not Brian's stage.
Not my stage.
Not here. Not in my house. You don't eat mayonnaise out of a jar.
You ate the jar of mayonnaise. That was one thing, but then you picked up the mayonnaise. Oh, I picked up the mustard. It happens. It's cool when you have like a joke going and you screw it all up.
You were on the bubble when you started sucking mustard out of a package, but when you took the lid off the mayonnaise jar, that's it.
John fixed
That was a line you do not cross.
We have a limit. Okay. Threat level indicator. This is
threat level of mayonnaise. Everybody run for your lives.
This is my favorite part of the show. Nobody else cares about it, but we're doing
threat
it anyway.
level. John Branya's doing his threat levels.
Yeah, see if you guys can figure out what a few weeks ago we had the threat level indicator come up and we couldn't figure out what the colors meant, and so I took it upon myself to come up with another system for evaluating the severity of the danger. Do you guys know what this is?
It's your job. It's your job that you're at right now.
It's a job I'm at right now. Yeah, that's the.
I'm on my phone, so it's literally like a half of an inch.
Small.
But I'm trying to.
So green is paycheck.
Yeah, we can make it. We can make it full.
I think it's better.
Did that help at all? No.
Sure.
now it's really. Look at Brian's eye. Yeah, it's the stimulus check. Over on the green side, when everything's okay, you're actually drawing a paycheck, and then blue, the caution level is your side hustle, so it's not quite as dependable, and then yellow is unemployment, and then your orange is welfare, and then you've got a $1,200 check in the red zone, and then the $600 check is the one that's coming up later. And
This
so-
is also the 6 stages of grief.
Yep.
Right.
So 600, the acceptance.
Yeah,
It wasn't great, but okay.
Looking
I've
at
done
it like this, I have to go back on the affirm and deny the $600 thing and say that's not. It is a bit of a we're gonna do this, are we?
Yeah, well, it was 1,200 before, and now it's 600. And we're like,
Yeah.
well, if you thought 1,200 was great, wait till you get 6.
Ah,
Wait till you
I
get half
seeing
of
the
that
train.
9 months later.
It's like the fun size candy bar mentality. You know, we're like, you know what? You can get a Snickers bar that's this big, but if you want to really party, take one that's this big.
It's the fun size stimulus check.
Right. Right. And the fun size, now they actually have bite size, where it's just like this little
that's-
bitty. Yeah.
Somebody
they
should be hurt.
They don't have the audacity to call that super fun.
Talking about
Because it's-
scraps, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I think maybe when they cut the Snickers, they just go, what are we gonna do with this? They trim
Like
them.
extra toasty.
Yeah.
Yep.
Snickers extra toasty.
Figured out the food industry, guys.
But
Right
that
here.
segues into this thing that I wanted to do, because we got an email from a Click member this week. An email from a Click member, and they asked a couple of questions, and one of them pertains to this show. And so I'm going to read it for you guys, and we're going to answer this question live, unrehearsed.
I'll be
Another
delayed by
another
3
thing I wanted to ask. Another thing I wanted to ask about is audience contributions to SKUs. At the beginning of the show, you asked for creative projects such as artistic drawings and theme songs. As you've moved towards more personal comedy ideas and having guests contribute, I was curious if you still accept audience submissions. If so, is there any sort of projects that you would like to explore or use on the show? Or are you okay with whatever inspiration hits us? So,
Yeah. Actually, I like when stuff comes up on the show. Like we're talking about chicken sliders.
mhm,
Draw you a picture of that sliding chickens.
mhm.
Butter, the Ritz butter sandwich. See if you can pull that off. If you don't have to draw it either, you can take a picture of yourself, enjoying it, or take a video and go, "Hey, this works." Ritz butter sandwiches are my new favorite thing.
As they're peeling the butter and eating it like a banana. It's like, George doesn't know what you're talking about. This is amazing.
And I also think a new party game would be pin the tail on the threat level. That would be fun.
Nice.
Spin the kids around and
But we're asking whether or not we are accepting audience submissions. And the answer, I believe, is yes, that we will
Yeah.
take whatever.
Hey, send us a video with your own threat level.
Yes.
It's threat level Uncle Howard here. Tolerable.
Proximity to, I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, whatever you're doing.
We have some audience submissions. Don't we still have Thanos Brian that we can put up
That
on
was the
the
audience
Yep.
thing. That's
Yep.
good.
yeah.
That was audience. There we
That
go.
was one of
There you
my bad internet nights.
And which, by the way, that may be coming back again, just because I like to keep it varied. So when I look back at episodes, I go, "Man, I look weird." And I
Yeah,
just like to keep changing that.
you bring that up again, because there's weeks where Brian is actually literally that color while he's broadcasting.
That is true. That is very
Threat
true.
level Brian Thanos.
That's what we should do. The Brian's face camera threat level indicator. It goes from like normal
Just
human
green.
being to famine
He's puce.
to purple.
He's puce this week.
I like it.
All right. So the answer to the question is yes. We are completely open. And the email, if you want to send it, is skews@johnbranyan.com. SCQS, Starving Comics Quarantine Show. skews@johnbranyan.com. Or you can send something to Brian, or you can send something to Juwan, or you can put something in the Telegram group if you want.
Oh yeah.
We have a Telegram group, and anything you want to do, anything you want to send us, we are happy to receive. All right, it's New Year's, and we talked last week about resolutions and how stupid they are. And so this week, we're going to talk about our resolutions that we've made. And Joan DeVivo was kind enough to bring up a graph that he ran across America's top New Year's resolutions for 2021. And we have that graph for you. These are America's top 20 resolutions. Brian can't see that.
America's top resolutions.
America's top resolutions.
Can you, Brian, you can probably guess what they are, though. Except
what do you think number one is, Brian?
Lose weight.
You're close. It's exercise more.
Okay. I was originally gonna say 720p, but I figured lose weight.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm curious about the percentages, because it says the top one is 44%. And these are the top resolutions. Is that 44% of people, or is that 44% of the resolutions are exercise more? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I usually hate statistics, but that is weird math.
Because 44 doesn't seem like, 44% of the people want to lose weight. That's the top resolution. Then we're kind of lazy in America. That's not even 50%. The second one, do you want to guess what that is, Brian?
Related.
It's related. I would say eat better.
Yeah.
Oh, very well done.
Nailed it. Eat healthier. And then the third one is interesting. It is spend more time with family and friends. That's a resolution for 2021. And I wonder if that has something to do with the pandemic.
It might.
You think so? Like if we hadn't been kept away from each other for this whole year, do you think that people would still be anxious in 2021 to spend time with family and friends, or do you think that would be further down on the list?
See, I think it would be opposite because of the pandemic. I want to spend less time with family and with family, because I've spent a year with them and I'm ready to.
You're talking about even immediate family. So maybe the lesser known resolution is that I want to spend less time with my wife and kids.
Yeah. Well, when you say it that way, it sounds kind of bad.
I resolve to not resolve to resolve anything. That's a thing that I can get behind. So yeah, so Brian, what you would be saying that people would be like, I resolve to get the heck away from these people.
Yes.
Okay.
No more Zoom meetings.
Yes.
The
next one is lose weight. And then the one after that is live more economically. Live more economically.
I'm not sure what that would mean for most of us.
I'm not sure either. But what would possess a person to say that? To say I'm going to live more economically? I mean,
$600 stimulus check.
Yep, we're.
How does that help you live more economically?
I think you're forced to live more economically. I can't pay the internet bill this month, so we're gonna.
How much should you make this year? $600.
I think you're forced to live more economically. We're gonna.
I want to live more philosophically this year rather than economically.
Yeah,
go a different way.
More inside your head.
Yeah.
What's Brian thinking?
I want to live more mechanically this year.
Exactly.
That robot has inspired me to be less concerned with flesh and blood and life forms and more focused on machinery.
I'm gonna live more grammatically. use my quotations in the right places. Haven't done that. Haven't done that a lot this year.
The next one is spend less time on social media. How do you think that's going to pan out for these people in 2021?
This is how this was conducted, wasn't it? I think there's a Facebook logo down at the bottom.
Yeah, and they're checking right now to see how many likes that got.
Yeah.
I posted that. Did I get enough likes? How many shares?
I said I was going to spend less time on social media. Y'all like that? Now the next two are interesting because it is 23% improve my performance on the job, and then Reduce stress on the job.
I didn't even see that.
Improve my
You-
performance.
You think it's the same person?
No, it's 3% fewer people.
Oh, you know what? That's a mattress tester guy. Like they're going to be testing those mattresses so hard this year, and at the same time reducing stress. I just 8 hours this time. I'm
You
doing
think
8
there's a
hours on this mattress.
You think there's a guy that's his job to test mattresses?
Well, you know, he's a blogger. It's not really your job. He's kind of a online review guy. So he has he's got high standards as far as mattresses are concerned. So.
And he was slouching on the job last year, and so
Yeah.
he needs to improve
Kept
his
standing
performance.
Kept standing up last year.
I kept getting out of bed to go to the bathroom and get a drink, and
Here are the 10 best mattresses you can buy. There you go.
Yeah.
the mattress tester guy.
They send him free mattresses, and he's got to keep them around the house. And yeah,
I can't even move around this house. There's so
mattress
many
influencer.
mattresses.
Why didn't I think about this being a mattress influencer? What am I doing on here with you guys? I could be
What are you?
a mattress right now.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could be a mattress influencer. Yeah, absolutely.
What a job.
Or,
That
you know, you could go bouncy castle. Like top bouncy castle, you know.
There's a lot more physical involvement.
Bouncy castle
in
tester.
Yeah, bouncy castle. But you're having fun.
I feel like you have to be ultra committed to that, though. Because even if you're out of wind, that involves
Well, that could be your
moving.
side hustle for your mattress gig. You know what I mean? So you go and you bounce and you get tired, and then you go to the mattress so you
Ooh.
can really put yourself into your work.
Yeah, you got it, Brian. You got the ultimate side hustle right there.
2021 is shaping up to be a humdinger. Last two is quit smoking and cut down on alcohol. Quit smoking, cut down on alcohol.
We're all like, why would you do that?
No, you know.
Uh,
Quit
yeah.
smoking is always on the list. I always wonder why there's always people on the list going, I got to quit smoking. I'm like, it's not like nobody knows what it does to you anymore. Like when they first came out with it, it's like, this is great. And then you find out, oh, it makes my lungs turn black. But now people are like,
is that good? Is it okay to have black lungs? Like, no, that's really bad for you.
the coal miners are like, we don't even get the benefit of a drag on a cigarette.
Yes.
So were we? Did we make any resolutions, Juan? You had something that you were.
Oh
that
yeah,
You wanted, yes, we do.
yeah. I resolved that I was gonna read the Bible through in a year, and I think it's January 3rd,
Mhm.
and I'm like 3 books and 12 chapters behind.
Behind.
So, yeah, I got a lot of making up to do. I think I picked the wrong plan. It's
You-
kind of an accelerated read the Bible through.
in a year.
Yeah.
How can you be 3 books behind and it's only the first? Was it
I'm
read the
supposed to
Bible in a
be-
year or in a month?
I think I'm supposed to be in like Numbers or something right now. I don't know. I lost track of it. You're supposed to read a little bit through the day. And
How can you be that far behind in 3
helps
days?
you- It helps you to. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I picked the right plan. I think my plan was wrong. So
It sounds like it's reading the Bible through in an afternoon.
maybe that's what it was, a week or something.
Yeah.
It was coincided with my diet plan because you're supposed to do 6 small meals a day. So you read a book every meal.
Every meal.
I got it wrong.
So are you behind in the meals too?
It was like an
Or you-
OCD. No, the meals were fine.
So
Fine with that. I doubled
I
up
thought
on
maybe
those.
tomorrow you might have to eat 35 meals
Right.
in order to catch up.
No, I think I had doubled up on those yesterday. But I'm actually ahead. Yeah, I'm actually ahead on the meals.
So is there a Bible mustard pack equivalent?
Just shoot the Bible right into you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Is it weird? Is it weird to do that? Is it weird,
Weird to just flop off the
inject
Bible.
verses?
So I'm probably going to just dump it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I'm done with it. I'm done with this Bible thing.
Well, I gave it a good run. It's
Yeah,
the
we gave it a
third.
good shot.
Yeah, give it a shot. How about you, Brian? Are there any resolutions that you've already?
Yes, but there's one I've also kept. One is I want to eat healthier, and as you can see,
Yes.
I had pizza. But on the positive, I wanted to finish more of what I started, and
Well done.
so
Well done. Seeing the
So-
job through.
yeah,
So you finished what you started.
finish
Yeah.
what I started.
Follow through is important. If
That is
more people
dedication.
could do that, Juwan wouldn't have done that.
No.
If there was, because if there
No.
had been
There'd
more
be
than
crust-
6
there'd be
pieces,
crust left over.
right? Well, I didn't have. I resolved that I wasn't going to make any resolutions, and then I made a resolution. So I have also failed to keep the resolution that I. And it had to do with. Juwan was actually the one that said, "Well, you should quit smoking too." And I said, "That's a great idea." Because I've never actually started smoking, and so I don't know if you have to. Do you have to actually be a smoker to quit smoking, or can I just claim that as a resolution?
Wow.
I think you could
Because-
just say I'm never going to smoke again.
And then
Yeah, from this day
Well,
forward, I will never smoke.
because I had an idea for it. If you actually do have to be a user of nicotine, then I thought what I would do is just start chewing the gum, just start chewing the nicotine gum to sort of build up a taste for it and acquire, a sort of a desire for it, and then stop chewing the gum, and would that count as quitting smoking? If I'm,
Huh. This is a deep question.
But I do like the
Very-
fact that you're working backwards towards it.
Oh,
You know, so if you're fine, you bring in a little bit of nicotine. Then I would probably go with the cigarette, and then the pipe, and then a cigar,
right,
and then just kind of go back down. So
right.
maybe have one night where you just go through the gamut and just
ribs.
then go back out.
My brother smokes ham and steaks, and it's so awkward when he lights up a ham.
They're hard to
I
get
used-
going too.
I used to have a joke about not smoking years ago when I first started doing comedy, and I said I'm not a smoker, but I would like to start, and so I'm wearing the patch to build up to it because I don't want to start cold turkey. That was my joke, and
Just jump
and
in
it
on
never-
that.
yeah, it didn't work. It wasn't a good joke.
The crowds didn't like that. Oh,
No.
that's crazy.
I don't want to start cold turkey. I thought it was funny, but
Dumb audience.
whatever. They don't know. I have a few weird news things that I want to bring up for you guys, and time is just flying this afternoon or this evening. So you want to put the first one up? You guys want to take a guess what this is?
Ooh, discovered Quincy's big fat yeast rolls in a Egyptian cave.
Brian, have you got a guess? You're
I'm not
surprised,
going to top that. That's but it looks delicious.
Joanne
Yeah,
is
those
wrong.
things will last a millennium.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, Joanne was way too excited about that.
This is they're dinner rolls, they're buns, they're Hawaiian rolls. Dakota is right. They're Hawaiian rolls, and that's important because a
I didn't have a
man
scale.
in New York filed a class action lawsuit against the makers of King's Hawaiian sweet rolls. Do you know why?
Because he's fat.
Because they're
No.
not from Hawaii.
They're not from Hawaii. They were the company, he alleging that the company misled him into believing that the California-based manufacturer's sweet rolls are made in Hawaii because they're Hawaiian bread. So, my question is, you guys ever heard of monkey bread?
Yes.
They're made by monkeys or from monkeys? Is that
That's
what you're
what I'm
saying?
saying. It
This
seems
is
like
not
there
real
could be
monkey.
no, the monkey didn't make this bread.
Here's the story that's in my head. Is this guy found out recently that he was adopted, and then he found out his true heritage is in Hawaii. So he started buying up everything like Lay's and Hawaiian shirts, and he wears a grass skirt to work. And he's like really trying really hard to connect with his Hawaiian heritage. And he ate these. he was eating these rolls, and his know-it-all friends was like, they call those Hawaiian rolls, but they're not from Hawaii. And so he felt injured by that. And so
He
now
put down his Hawaiian punch in anger and was like, "This is an outrage."
Hurled his
he
Hawaiian.
knocked over his tiki torches. That's awesome.
Oh, look at that! Tolowit is actually in Hawaii.
Oh, hello. Can
Aloha.
you get some bread for us, please?
Could you bring us back some of this bread, and we'll?
Yes, can you affirm or deny that this is not made in Hawaii?
It's so goofy. It's like, does he get mad when he buys French fries at fast food?
Yeah, he's at McDonald's going, "Where are these from?"
Where did these come from?
Sir.
It's French fries. Where did you get them?
Are these
Lace
Brussels
potato
sprouts?
chips are made in Hawaii either. That's great.
He's like throwing Brussels sprouts at the waiter.
Okay, next one. Ms. Producer.
I don't know. I like the bread.
What do you guys think?
Butter.
Yeah, it's a butter sculpture.
There
But
you
it's was that Uncle Sam? Uncle Sam and Bald Eagle singing a duet.
It's butter, but the organizers of the 105th Pennsylvania Farm Show which will be held virtually, of course, this year, are calling on residents to make butter sculptures for the Butter Up contest. So, yep, if you guys are of a mind, the submissions will be accepted through the 9th and to the 16th of January. So you don't have much time to craft your sculptures from up to 5 pounds of butter. So this is much smaller than the 1,000-pound sculptures that are typically on display at the in-person event. So, you've got less butter to work with. And if you can keep yourself from eating it, the state rules are that you can use chicken wire and sculpting wire and a base to support the sculpture, but you may not use food coloring or any other type of coloring. So it's just butter.
Yellow butter.
They look like they're singing karaoke.
Yeah.
Don't they? Like,
Ebony and
Ebony and buttery.
I'm trying to think of what the opposite of butter is, but I guess mustard.
All right. Well, we got one more. We might as well do it. Just throw it up there, and we'll. The sculpture will go straight to your thighs. What do you guys think this is?
Well,
that is where people who eat mustard right from the packet go to.
That's where they belong.
Yeah.
We didn't actually have 100% affirmation of people that eat butter or eat mustard are bad. This is obviously a jail cell, but do you want to guess where those jail cells or where that slammer is located? And it would be a guess.
It's got to be the toilets. There's a toilet and no bed. Oh, there's a bed.
Yeah, there's a bed.
Okay. That was where it's folded up on the side. Mexican jail.
Yep.
I think it's below the rows of the singing porta potties for people who.
I think it's a mall jail. Like when you push the Easter Bunny around, they take you here.
Put up Julia King's statement.
What was it?
It's a jail at someone's house. How could you possibly know that? How could you know that?
Because it's in her
I
house.
can't fool the Kings. It's a home for sale in Vermont that has 7, count them. Well, you can't count them in this picture. Has 7 jail cells in what was formerly the county jail. So it's somebody's house.
We assure you there's no ghosts in here. 0.
It's attached to the north wall of the home and includes 7 barred cells with barred windows. It's $149 or $149,000 and also includes 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and an updated kitchen with stainless steel appliances. Oh, and 7 jail cells.
That's good though. Like if you have a lot of kids and you have the timeout, like if they need a timeout, that's
Ooh.
perfect.
Yeah. You know, some homeschool families already snatched this up. I
And
love
it's-
that it's granite countertops, hardwood floors,
Stainless steel appliance.
We have shiplap on the thing, and then also yes, there's jail cells down there. Lots of extra storage. So much storage down there.
Right.
This is the Christmas jail cell. And this is the Halloween one.
Jail cells. And then underneath, in the lower part of the basement, we have a torture chamber. You've got your rack, your thumb screws,
The guillotine.
guillotine.
The Addams Family.
All right. So that's your
Oh, they were
bit of new. And now the thing that I was saving, the other bit of weird news. If you tuned in last week, you may recall that I made an effort, or I said I was going to make an effort to try to get ordained. And then after further conversation, we thought it would be fun to try to get Donation Duck ordained in order to, so that he would be able to perform weddings and all of the services of a bona fide ordained minister. And you will be happy and probably not surprised to learn that that Donation Duck is now officially ordained. But
congratulations.
that's not the official document, as you can see. It's stamped right on there, not the official document. But yeah, I was able to successfully get Donation Duck an ordination.
So happy.
so-
What kind of questions did he have to answer?
All of the things. Well,
Do you have $25? That's what. Yes. Congratulations.
You are a minister.
you remember
Or
you remember that I read last week that there was some prerequisites that they said you have to be honest, you have to give actual information, you can't lie about stuff. And so I was prepared to have to, maybe fudge some information a little bit, but literally all I did was I just typed name, first name, donation, second name, Duck. And then I had to put an email address in. I put an email address in and it said, congratulations, you're ordained. And I got that sweet official certificate.
That's a good question. What's his title now?
Well, can Donation Duck marry people? If I am understanding, if I'm understanding the verbiage, Universal Life Church, you can check this out yourself at themonastery.org. Universal Life Church is a spiritual organization, opens its doors to anyone seeking to get ordained. It provides a level of support to you, whether you will be officiating at a wedding or planning to start your own church. As an ordained minister, you will possess the full legal status required to officiate marriages. So I think the answer to that question is yes, Donation Duck can officiate your wedding. And you will also be qualified to perform baptisms, preside over funerals, and conduct any other religious ceremony of your choosing.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're going to go with
So,
deacon?
All of the
Deacon
things
Duck?
Donation Duck.
No, right honored Reverend. The whole thing. Yeah, the very Reverend Donation Duck. It's too bad that I'm already married.
You would have the duck perform it.
Can he perform my divorce so that I can get remarried?
You could renew your vows.
That's true. We could have a vow renewal by Donation Duck. What a great ceremony that would be. So romantic.
Renewal by Donation Duck. Well, I think we'd have to ask and see if anybody's interested in that at all. I don't know if anybody would be interested in seeing Juwan and Melody renew their vows with Donation Duck presiding, but
Holding hands.
I can't imagine anyone would care about seeing that. but we'll, yeah, but that's the thing. Here's the thing, Troy, to answer that question. Donation Duck, as for those of you who are longtime listeners, or viewers of SKUs, this is not new information for you, but Donation Duck has been in the member section on the website, and he is your official mascot. And so the certificate that you can get again at the website is the bearer certificate is recognized as an official Click member and duly entitled to all privileges and benefits afforded by said membership, including the legal right to claim Donation Duck as a personal mascot and use the character without restriction in any effort to brag, boast, bluster, or gloat about membership in the Click. So that's already what you get for becoming a member. Now, Donation Duck is even more valuable and useful because now he can do, and I quote, conduct any other religious ceremony of your choosing. And that's for all of you. So any of you in the Click can now use Donation Duck to conduct any religious ceremony of your choosing.
Yep. Do you worship Kali Ma? Do you want to put somebody in a lava pit? Donation Duck can do it.
That's right. Now, if that is not a reason to become a member at johnbranyan.com, I don't know what is.
I don't know what is either. I don't know what else we have to do for you people. That's so what I'm saying is as a general reminder that Donation Duck has been available to members. He's been at your beck and call to do your bidding for personal boasting and bragging rights. Now he can do anything religiously that you want him to do. He's got the statistic, he's got the certificate, and it's official. You're welcome.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Members.
Any questions? All right. All right. We were supposed to play lines this week, but we have sadly run out of time, so we're going to push that to next week. Next week, you're going to want to tune in because Hans Feeney is going to be with us next week, the Lutheran satire guy, and we have a thing. Yes, let's keep our fingers crossed. I told him, I tried to get him to come on this week, and he said, I can't this week. How about next week? And I said, next week is fine, but don't break my heart again. I'm fragile. So he's scheduled to be on next week. We've got a new thing that we want to do, and it should be fun. And it was Hans' idea to do this, so I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it'll be fun. And then the week after, which is the 24th, is that right? Or is it 2 weeks after? Next week? No, this is the 3rd, so next week's going to be the 10th. So 2 weeks after that, the 24th of Australia, get your calendars out right now, excusers, and put a big circle on the 24th of, what did I say? The 24th.
Said Australia.
You said Australia.
The 24th of January, we are going to have Jasmine Rugrock, who is from Australia, is going to come back on and teach us how to speak Australian again. So there will be more of that. It was easily one of our favorite segments from earlier. And so she's going to come on again and teach us how to speak Australian. So do not miss that. Circle your calendars right now. You don't want to miss that. And that's our show. Next week we'll play lines, I promise. And it's a little improv game. Now we're ready for the snappy wrap up. If you have not become a subscriber at johnbranyan.com, please do so. If you are a subscriber at johnbranyan.com, then entice or threaten somebody that you know and love to also become a member, because this is how we keep doing this show. And if we don't have some sort of income coming in, then we can't do the show. I got to go get a job as a mattress tester, and I don't want to do that.
Slash trampoline.
Slash bouncy house. Slash toasted Cheez-It eater taster. So it's an option. I can do that, but I don't think that that's what I'm supposed to do. So come support us. We're forming a happy little band here. We've got a bunch of great people in the Telegram group. We've got a bunch of great people online. A bunch of people throwing donation duck around on their profile pictures. So come and find us at johnbrandy.com and become a subscriber. Please do that. Also, Comedy Brian is Brian April's website, and he's got all sorts of stuff. He's doing a lot of live streaming, doing a lot of gaming commentary.
Yep. There's going to be some changes, some more content that's actually going to be coming out on the website and on YouTube and all that sort of stuff. So check out comedybrian.com. And I have a dry bar special that should be dropping in the next couple weeks. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, we're probably going to feature that on Skews when that drops.
Yeah.
Bring Brian's clip on and we'll make fun of him.
Yes.
Because the dry bar special was pre-surgery.
Yes. Yeah, it was pre-surgery, pre-COVID, and
Right.
it'll be very different to see. So I'm excited for it.
Because it's already different. I mean, I've almost kind of forgotten what you were like before surgery. All right, and then Joanne DeVivo and Casting Crowns, stage shredder for Casting Crowns. Joanne DeVivo,
Twitter thing.
Are you guys
Bio.
You guys going anywhere?
No.
No.
There's something in March, and I'm sure there's things planned. I can tell you that we'll plan on recording an album this year. This year, I just don't know what the actual dates are for that. But hold your breath. It's coming.
It's so funny. We always ask Joanne, okay, what's going on, Casting Crown? Joanne doesn't know where he is when he's on tour. When he's literally standing on the stage, he doesn't know where he's at.
Well, one day I was doing a thing, and the literal water tower for the city had the name painted on it. He goes, "Hey, where are you at?" I'm like, "I don't know. Where's it?" Oh, it was like Luxford or something. And it was right there on the water tower. Weird.
Luxembourg. Luxembourg. Okay. That's our show. Thanks, guys, for another day. You're very welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. This was fun. I had a good time. I don't know how everybody else felt, but what matters the most to me is that I have a good time. So this was a successful show. We'll see you guys next week. Starving Comics Quarantine Show. Good night, everybody.